Hey folks, Dennis Foster here for Focused Outdoors Television. Today we're going to be on our second stage of our South Dakota spring turkey hunt. We just wrapped up a Black Hills hunt, had a very successful hunt, had a great time in the Deadwood area. Probably one of the more exciting aspects for me personally is we just got shipped in the very first models of the SAR import shotguns, specifically the SAX 700, to use for this hunt. Performed flawlessly on the hunt. Fed it some Fiocchi golden turkey loads. Definitely down a turkey one-shot deal there. Now what we're going to do is branch out into the prairie of western South Dakota, and where we ended up is about 30 miles east of the town of Sturgis, South Dakota. Obviously very famous for the motorcycle rally there. Thanks to Larry Bennett, he got us on a couple ranches out there, extensive properties, a totally different style of hunting. This is open range country, cattle country. The only trees per se are to be found in deeper draws, flowing creeks and intermittent creeks. With that being said, Larry knew where some of these birds were roosting, and we'd set up a blind in preparation for that. The issue being, this is a little bit later in the season. These birds had been hunted before, a little bit wary, and in that open country, I think that makes them a little bit spookier because they know their surroundings, and any tiny little thing that looks different, they're aware of. With that being said, when we went out, we had a rainy, just a crappy kind of a day. And the birds come out of the roost, they weren't moving much, they weren't talking much either. And when they did move, they actually moved away from us. We totally switched up tactics, got very aggressive with the birds, and started trying to stalk them. The issue that we had is they continually had the high ground on us. They knew where we were. We tried to use an intermittent creek to try to sneak up on them. Probably never got within maybe 100, 125 yards of them, and they would move on. For the second day, we totally changed our tactics. We took and set up a blind in a different portion of the same intermittent creek. Thought maybe we could intercept the birds on their movements. We did intercept them, but once again, they weren't terribly talkative. They'd answer a little bit and then just kind of blow by us. The interesting part of this is then we totally switched things up. We had the Honda Pioneer with us, loaded up, prepared to get super aggressive, travel across the prairie, and with that we ended up having some success. Stick around, check out the action, and you'll see what I mean. just getting used to these SAR gas autos here. We've got our Prairie bird with one, and I just wanted to get a little more, or excuse me, got our Hills bird. Wanted to get a little more comfortable with it because we're probably going to have some longer shots of these Prairie birds. We're actually trying a few stocks, haven't been successful yet. But with this is giving me a lot more confidence here. And something kind of interesting to note, this is just a factory full choke, which did a fine job as far as I'm concerned. Once again, for a novice, you don't need to drop a bunch of money. It's kind of low-cost entry to get into this. And with that, if you're like I am now, I'm